next I wanted to show you hair bows, and same thing goes with hair bows. This hair bow does not have a magnet. This hair bow has a covered with ribbon or whatever the material that is. There is no exposed metal, and the nice thing about that is, since there's no exposed metal, you know how fashion jewelry starts to get kind of green and, you know, just it loses its outer surface? You don't want that type of stuff on your art dolls. So you want to make sure you've got some nice fabric covering your bows if you were going to hand make them. I even suggest always covering the magnet that's touching the vinyl, even if it's on the head. You can do the same thing that using some felt. And let's just pretend that this is a bow that you got that's got a metal little clip. You can just put your little magnet there glued with a piece of felt that covers that and trim it off, and then it's at least protected. And the felt that you want to use, you know, you don't want to use navy blue or bright red or anything. Get it close to, like, you know, either the blush or mauve colors or even skin tone, just in case it gets wet. And when you're styling the hair and you don't wait for the hair to dry, you really should wait for the hair to dry before you put bows on your head, just in case the fabric or the ribbon is going to bleed onto your vinyl and stain it. So I wanted to show you how to make a hair bow with using a example like a little metal washer. I guess that's what you call these little metal washers. It's got a hole in here. This here, oopsie, I'm going to move some stuff. Probably going to, like, okay, so I got this off of Amazon. I'm going to go back a little bit here. So this little thing is actually made to, like, hang your, like, recyclable, like, Ziploc baggies and stuff, or baby bottles. It's really a kitchen accessory. It's very lightweight, and it's not, you know, I wouldn't use this for, like, when you're painting limbs, because it will tip over if you were to put limbs on or heads on here. You know, there's other ones that you can buy that have a stronger, heavier base for that. So I got this just for, like, my sewing room and making bows. I can put ribbon on here. If you know how to tie a shoelace, you can make a bow. Here's an example of how. I'm just going to redo this one here. Make sure this is in the camera. So basically, if you know how to tie a shoelace bow, oops, you can make a simple little bow that's got a loop from this. And you don't have to buy this gadget to make this. You can find anything, maybe something in your kitchen drawer that's got or even a paintbrush handle. You could use a paintbrush handle. I just like this because I can keep everything stored on it. So there you go. There's a little bow. Got another one here. Now see how there's a little loop in there. Put this like that. There's a little loop right here. So you can stick a little magnet in there and glue it, and then it's protected with that fabric of the ribbon. Or you can sew, like I said, a little washer in there. I know this thing gets out of focus if, let me see if I can add some more light, if that helps. So I'm going to bring my camera down closer to where you can see that. So this is really strong thread. It's, I guess you'd call it coat thread. It's strong. You don't want to use thin sewing thread when it comes to securing, you know, magnets or metal to a little bow. You want it strong. So I'm just going right through the loop of that. I'm going to go back through and make my first knot. And again, everything's easier to do off camera, I'm telling you. I have to kind of hold it away, and no wonder a lot of people that are doing tutorials say that, how much faster they can make things if they weren't on camera. Basically, you would do a much better job of covering the metal on that. You could go all the way around. You can even add a little felt to that, cover it up. But let's just say that I got that exactly centered, but I didn't do a good job because it's all on video. So I'm going to knot that off. I'm poking myself. Well, if you can't see it, I will show at the end here. And this is just going to be a quickie. This is just a quick little example how you do not need a magnet to make a little hair bow. See that? It's just a quick little bow. And you can make a lot of these, and you can buy these little washers. But here's an example of what I got. I believe I got this at Ace Hardware. It's also Home Depot or any hardware store. You can get a little kit that's got all different size of washers. You just need that hole so that when you're sewing and making a little hair bow, you can go through it. So here's, you know, you can get these at the dollar store, some cute little ribbon. There's the little loop. Stick it in there, sew it. It's inside. No metal is showing. Once it's sewn in there, you've got another little cute little bow, and you didn't have to have a magnet and the risk of your cat, dog, young child swallowing or chewing on a magnet. I think I heard that it's not as dangerous to swallow one magnet. It's more dangerous if you swallow two magnets, because then they can like stick together in your stomach or against things and pinch things off. When if one magnet, they can easily surgically remove one magnet. Two, I think it's hard. I can't remember. Somebody said something about that. So that's why, you know, you don't want to leave little bows and pacifiers around with magnets. Because, yeah, if you had multiple bows hanging around, there's going to be two magnets stuck together. If a dog swallowed two bows that had two magnets, they would be stronger, stuck together in their intestines, and could be pinching something off. So that's why if you do have children or pets, keep them away. Just as like if you had a young child that was, you know, you baby-proof your house. You don't want any chokables or hazardous stuff around for children and small pets. So anyway, I just thought I would share that, because you don't need magnets. You don't need a magnetic pacifier. You know, these are much safer. See that? Stick that in her mouth. See, she's got a non-magnet pacifier except for the magnet inside the head. Now, if you need more strength, then you throw in another magnet to the top of the head, or you need more strength for the mouth, you throw in another magnet. It will grab on right behind the one that's glued. It will stay there. Once you get all that filling in there, the extra magnet that you threw in for the top will stay up there. It cannot connect to the one that's behind the lips. You do not have to worry about gluing those extra magnets when you drop one in. So no need to buy E6000 glue if you're, just a collector and want to add extra magnets inside the head to make them stronger. It will grab. You just put one in there, make it go there, another one in there, it goes to the head. If you want to have one, say you want to be able to have the option of putting your bow on either side or make little pigtails, then you're going to have to glue that magnet so it doesn't, so it stays exactly where you want it to. And to do that, once you drop a magnet in, you use a magnet to pull that magnet where you want it to stay. So say this one wasn't glued and I dropped that magnet in there. This magnet is going to hold that magnet in that spot, and then you take your E6000 glue. You need this, not Mod Podge. And you drop some glue in there until it covers the magnet that's on the inside of the head. And you can put your doll upside down in a bowl like that until that magnet is securely glued before you remove the magnet. This is how you would add a magnet to for a pacifier. You would first use a magnet. You would put a magnet where you could drop a magnet in here and then use this magnet and guide it to where you want to stay out here. But you need a magnet holding it where you want it before you add the glue inside, and keep that magnet like so. I put the magnet there and I drop one in, it will stay in place. Then you pour some or drizzle some glue in there and get it to stay right behind there. You do not remove this magnet until the inside is securely glued. Then you can remove the magnet. You can go ahead and make your pacifier in advance exactly how you want it to connect. And let's just take this out. So say you make your pacifier in advance. That's another way. You stick that in there. You drop the magnet. It will grab to that where that pacifier is. You add glue on the inside. You do not remove this pacifier until that is securely dry and glued. Like the next day, you wait. Then you can remove your pacifier. That's another way. You either put the magnet in and then make your pacifier afterwards, determining which way the pacifier is facing, because then, like I showed you earlier, anyway, I feel like I'm repeating myself, but that is just what I wanted to share today. I'm making another video when I'm going to assemble and put the limbs together on the body, including the armature that I handmade myself. I believe it's stronger, and I don't know, it just made more sense to me to make and design my own armature rather than buying the ones that are available or are hard to get, because those armatures, I don't know. I've got an old armature and I'm just looking at it and going, that is just not strong enough for what I want my doll to be able to do. So I've got a much stronger armature that Now, doesn't that look like a nice sweet drink right here? What a sweet little drink you would be. Better than hot cocoa. Let's put your little bow on here. Don't hide in the cup. Okay, don't wear a bow. Let's have a nice cup of Sandy. You're so sweet. Now, I don't know if the colors are showing up really well on here, but I tried to match, like I kind of go with my own skin tone. The blushing, kind of like what's on the inside of my hands. You are so sweet. You look like a yummy cup of cocoa. Yummy cup of sweet cocoa. Now these can be boys or girls. Sandy was, there's some prototypes of it as a little boy, the girl pictures. Depending on how you dress it and whether you put a bow in it or not, it will come across as a boy or a girl. You can change the hairstyle to look more like a boy, but boys have little curls, little curly cues. You could do whatever you want. I'm designing them as girls, like 3 triplet girls, and they'll be dressed as girls. I may put them in a boy, one photo outfit of a boy, but most people that I know want to have a little girl doll because there's more options of how you can dress a little girl or compared to buying boy clothes. So but the good thing is anytime you wanted to switch it as a boy, you could. So anyway, that wraps things up for today for this video, and I have other things I would like to share with you on another video. I do that. Have a great day, and we'll see you next time. Hit the like button and share if you like, and thank you very much.